Today I effed up by swallowing a $150,000 almond. Continued, I spent the next 5 days in the hospital, the first 3 with that tube in my nose / down my throat. My surgeon would visit every day, and I had to recount every fart I had after the surgery. When I was eventually compelled to have a watery bowel movement, the nurses had to observe my shit, make notes, and report to the doctor all about it. Basically, they needed to know my digestive system was still working and not bleeding, and the first time it was reported I had had any bowel movement, the surgeon whistled, "Whew!" And with that, "Whew!" I suddenly realized the gravity of all that could have gone wrong with the surgery. When they finally slid the tube up my throat and out of my face, I was on a liquid diet the first 2 days, then given a slightly more complex diet to follow for a while at home. I was discharged after 5 days, but it wasn't over. 2 days home, I was chilling on the couch with some Jell-O in my surgical dressing and abdominal binder when my incision exploded with about a half pint of sticky brown liquid, scentless, thank God, my clothes soaked in disgustingness. We rushed back to the hospital and I was given IV antibiotics for the infection and another night in the hospital for observation. Please, please chew your food or learn to make yourself vomit if you ever happen to swallow a giant whole almond. The total price for that one almond was over $150,000 before insurance. With a hearty helping of public fart and shit analysis and a bit of medical PTSD on the side. Tifu by trying to be funny during my wife's ultrasound. My wife and I, both 31, are expecting our first baby. Very exciting, very emotional. We went in for the 12-week scan. Everyone's in a good mood, the tech is sweet, and everything looks great. Then she says, "Let's check for a heartbeat." She puts the wand over my wife's belly, and the room goes quiet. Then, lub-dub, lub-dub. Without thinking, I blurt out, "Sounds like a tiny rave in there." No one laughs. Not the tech, not my wife. The tech just says flatly, "It's a heart, not a party." My wife, God bless her, gives me that "please stop breathing for a second" look. For the rest of the appointment, I stayed silent. Then later that night, my wife texts me from the other room. Tiny rave. Really? We're naming the baby Oliver, but I know the real nickname will be DJ Heartbeat.
To Israel, nor can we ensure Israel's security given the current situation. So there's a whole lot of work yet to be done. I know the president is hopeful for a Nobel Peace Prize, but it's going to take a lot more work for him to qualify.